Hi, I'm Manjarie from Juniper and I am with She Slays. I would pick my mom. So I learned a couple of things from her. First is to completely forgive and forgive fast. And the other thing is to completely unwind when you unwind without any guilt. I remember when we were studying for exams, she would come and be like, okay, have a shower and let's go for a meal. And during that meal, she will not talk about anything about the exam or schoolwork. So that was something. And the second person I would say is Mrs. Sandra Vandragala. She's been our lawyer since inception. She's a mom, she's an entrepreneur, she's a lawyer. Her work ethic and her spirit, I completely love that. So I would pick those two. To have patience. I was a very impatient person. I would jump into decisions. I want other people to make decisions really fast, very quick to speak. So now looking back, I would say calm down and stay patient, because one day, 1 week or a month or even a year, when you compare it with a whole lifetime, it doesn't really make sense to just rush into certain things. So to stay patient. I said this before also, I think work-life balance is one of the most overrated expectations from a woman. I think you don't need to balance it. Go for it. And if you were running a business, and if you had so many divisions like marketing or sales or something, and if there's a place that you cannot properly balance, you would hire a person. So if you cannot handle the personal life also, get the support you need. And if you can't get free support, go for like paid support and go for it. Don't try to juggle, because at one point you're going to have something fall and hit the ground. And at that point, if somebody's going to blame you or make you feel guilty for that, it's not worth it. So go for it, get the support you need. Two things, humility and humor. Humility played a huge role. The bigger you become, the humble you become, the more you can learn and grow. I've realized that just because you are humble doesn't mean that you're less confident. You can achieve a lot more. With that, you can communicate a lot more. Less misunderstandings. You can actually work with bigger communities and teams, collaborations and everything. And second thing is humor. Humor plays a huge role. It makes you lighter, it makes you creative, and if you can't laugh at the journey you're going, I think it's a very sad one. So ever since I left college, I used to work in the US and then in Sri Lanka, both a very corporate life, very corporate career, which is kind of structured with big budgets and direction and pat on the back and saying good job and a bonus and things like that. So from changing gears from corporate life to starting on my own, it was a difficult transition. The mindset had to be different. So it took me a couple of years to completely adjust and own what I have and to make solid decisions without second guessing. So I detangle everything. So when you break down it into pieces, you understand that some of these problems that we look at in life, they're not unsolvable. They can be fixed. But the point is to just break it into pieces and to say, is it as an industry as a whole, or is it just my company, or is it just one project or one person? When you detangle it, you understand where the problem is and you are able to work it out, whether on your own or with your teams or get expert help. But the key is to first detangle. When you detangle, it's not as crazy as it may look.